Hello and welcome to the outskirts of Moscow at the Moscow Raceway for the 2023 Russian Grand Prix. We haven't been to Russia since 2021 at Sochi. We were meant to go to Agora Drive last year in 2022, but that got cancelled for obvious reasons. We were meant to go here this year on this very day, but unfortunately got cancelled due to trouble with getting the track built for the new extension, which they were going to use for F1. That hasn't been built in time, so we've moved to Moscow for the Russian Grand Prix this year. No Russians on the grid. We're going to have one at Virginia in means of Daniel Kvyat, as he he replaces Liam Lawson as Lawson is at Suzuka for the final round of the Super Formula Championship. And if people start to come out on track, let's have a look at them. There's a Red Bull out. Here is the Red Bull. It's Verstappen. He goes around the first couple of corners. Very tricky corner, this one here he's going through now. It's turn 1, 2, 3. I don't know what turn it is. I can't count. But I know sometimes they call corners when they're not. But yeah, anyway, Verstappen goes down that straight now. Shortest straight. No, is it short? I think it is the shortest straight on the circuit. There's only really three main straights. I mean, that is the case of most circuits. I don't know. Anyway, the tricky sector 2 now. We've got a very twisty section, a lot of big chicanes, a lot of basically twisty as I said. And we got the reigning world champion Max Verstappen go round Moscow. Let me see if we can get any corner names. No, we can't get corner names. We have got a track map. So, yeah, he goes through the final corner. Let's go on board for the first lap of the Moscow Raceway. Verstappen goes around turn 1. No DRS at this circuit, unfortunately. I don't think we've seen DRS since... Did we have it at Aston? Can't remember. Anyway, turn 1, fastest corner. Goes towards turn 2 now. Double apex. This is apparently just one corner. I'd call it 2 corners, to be honest, but... maybe it's... I guess it is one corner. Turn 3 now. Very, 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 very long. Indeed, and then the slowest part is the very end. He's got a teammate Nick DeVries in front of him. He goes through turn 4. That's turn 4, 5. This is actually turn 5. Don't know why it's called that. Turn 6 is here. A lot of corners not got numbers for some reason. Anyway, down towards turn 7, the breaking point just before the uphill, before they start going uphill, towards now turn 8, turn 9. Very twisty sector 2 here. They've got the hairpin of turn 10 now. Very long and very tight. And to be honest, I don't really see many overtakes happening at this race, unfortunately. But anyway, turn 11, another hairpin, not as tight as the other one. And turn 12, almost the exact same. It's a bit like, what does that remind me of? I don't know what it reminds me of. Anyway, longest straight of the circuit, all the way down to the final corner. Turn 13, how is Verstappen going to take it? Let's see. You can actually go very deep if you're on your out lap, or about to start a lap. You can go further on down and then cut across, but it's a lot faster on a flying lap to just do that. And Verstappen is going to go up to P1. Of course, he's the first person I believe to set a lap, so yeah, that doesn't really make too much of a difference. But anyway, if you've been living under a rock, you wouldn't have heard about the news that Logan Sargent unfortunately has had to miss the Russian Grand Prix due to concussion-like symptoms after his crash at the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. And in his place, it's Mr. I Drive Anything. It's Shane Van Gisbergen, the Kiwi, the supercar driver. He's at Sandown next weekend for the Sandown 500, the first round of the endurance races at, in the Aussie Supercar Championship, and he's on his first competitive flying lap of his F1 career. Maybe he could have more races to come. We'll have to see how well he does here first, but you never know. It could be a good race. It might not be though. Of course, his first race, I believe, in Europe for a while. I think supercars used to come Europe sometimes, but now they primarily stick to the Australia and New Zealand. As he goes around the final corner, does Van Gisbergen. Let's see where this lap puts him. He's gone down. No, up to P2. He must have been faster. Shane Van Gisbergen, a brilliant lap to go up to P2. Now he's down to P3, but let's see it's Verstappen and Hamilton who are faster than them at the moment. So the two title protagonists from 2 years ago in 2021, where Verstappen of course eventually won it out. We see the Kiwi racing in Formula 1 for the first time. I believe he has done some open wheel racing in his past. But he goes down now towards the uphill corner. Let's have a look at Shane van Gisbergen and what he's done. So let's go from the top. Is that he did do Formula Ford in New Zealand back in 2005-06, where he won it. Hang on, now let me just get a better view of this, because this is not that great. Okay, well let's go from here. He's been doing Aussie supercars since 2007, and he's prepared. He is looking like he's going to leave his team at the end of the season. 888 Race Engineering in the Chevy Camaro. He's got Carlos Sainz in front of him. Where's Sainz at the moment? P18. Sainz, of course, was doing alright in Monza before he had a very big crash with, who was it? Kevin Magnussen. Of course, Magnussen actually had a big fire at the back of his car to pull over. Of course, in the way the track goes, he had to pull over off the track. It was right in the middle between the two tracks. Of course, we've got the front straight and the oval straight. And oh, he's been held up here by Carlos Sainz. That could be a grid penalty. But no, I believe actually Sainz on a lap, so I don't know how it works here. If Sainz is on a lap, not on any lap. Anyway, Shane van Gisbergen in the 91, of course, the number that Trackhouse used. And oh, there's contact there, and they're spun round. And what is Sainz doing, in my opinion? And Van Gisbergen beats. Unfortunately, there's Albon off as well. Sainz has had a big crash with Alexander Albon. Van Gisbergen's out of qualifying potentially. Only just started, he only just got going, really. And oh, what on earth is Albon doing there? Is that Albon? Yeah, it is Albon. What on earth happened there? Let's go on board with Alex. And you've got two cars in front of him. There's a Red Bull and an Aston Martin. And oh, what is Sainz doing there? He just comes back on track right in front of Nick De Vries, I believe. And then Albon just gets it beached. No, it's such a shame from Albon. And what on earth is that? I don't know what that was, to be honest. But anyway, Sainz's teammate Charles Leclerc on provisional pole. Van Gisbergen still in 6th. But it does look like his qualifying's over. Same with Carlos Sainz. His qualifying potentially is over. I thought Lando Norris, currently 20th in the championship. And I say 20th, he's had a brilliant season so far this year. Apart from his luck, it is one that's cost him. He got 9th in Argentina, had to withdraw from Saudi after issues before the race. 20th in Australia after he got spun round on the final corner, running quite high up. Where I believe it was Bottas that spun him round. Anyway, P9 in Miami was a good race. He retired from Canada. 17th in South Africa, 14th in Spain, then retired from France, Misano, Alton Park, Salzburgring, and Lausitz-Ring, and then finished P2 in Slovakia in the race, which he didn't get involved in any incidents. Most incidents haven't even been his fault. It's either been a mechanical failure or just plain stupidity by another driver. Anyway, he retired from Estoril. Of course, that was Estoril where a load of people retired. He got 5th in the sprint race though. Yeah, 11th in Assen and 13th at Monza after he got involved in 2 incidents, both with Logan Sargent. Unfortunately, neither were, I'd say, their fault. They just got involved. Well, I would say that Sargent was the one involved. He was also involved in the incident. That's what I'm trying to say. Of course, it wasn't the incident which left Sargent out of this race. It was on the final lap, the crash where Sargent had a massive accident. Of course, unfortunately, unable to race, but he should be back in time in 2 weeks' time for the Thai Grand Prix. F1 return. F1 goes to Thailand for the first time at Buriram United or Chang International Circuit, whatever you want to call it, for the inaugural Thai Grand Prix, and it will be the very early race, of course, if you're in the UK. Next 3 are actually going to be pretty early. We go to Japan after that, and Motegi with a double header at MotoGP. A bit later than we normally race at Japan, but then it was in the evening, so yeah, I reckon it'll be a good race. And then we've got the Japanese, just like that, Indonesian Grand Prix at Sentul, which is a sprint weekend, so very early waking up for the sprint shootout potentially if you live in the UK. Anyway, Lando Norris still in P6. Anyone else out and about? SVG, he's down to P7 now. No, SVG has got back going, but minus the front wing, unfortunately. So what's happened to him? And he's come out of the pits, and Why is Albon there? Then goes into the back of his teammate, and that's his front wing gone. Have to come right back into the pits again. Fast forward to get back live. There we go. SVG, a very eventful first qualifying session. But of course, anyway, I was about to go for SVG's results before that all happened. Yeah, debut season in 2007. He started in round 21 at Oran Park, I believe that is. Yeah, the Oran Park 400. Of course, Oran Park, unfortunately, no longer existing after it was destroyed. I think it was Sydney was Oran Park, wasn't it? Yeah, anyway, Sundown he did Bathurst, he did, where's this one? Surface Paradise. Oh, they're at Bahrain. Yeah, they were at Bahrain. On the paddock layout. It's not actually the full layout. North McSimmons Plains and Phillip Island for the grand final. 2008 finished 15th, 9th, 12th for the Van Gisbergen back into the pits. Let's watch someone else while we go on about SVG. Who we got out on track? De Vries. He's in 5th at the moment. Good drive for the slightly off the track. Good drive for the Dutchman in the Red Bull. Of course, both drivers in the Red Bull now Dutch. Of course, Van Gisbergen got second in 2014, won his first championship in 2016, and then second in 18 and 19, third in 20, and then 21, 22 he got first, sorry. And he's currently second this year. Still to go, got Sandown, Bathurst, Surface Paradise and Adelaide. He's also won the Bathurst 1000 in 2021, the 2020 sorry, and 2022. VHC Vittora, he got third in 2013. That is New Zealand Championship. He's done the Blancane GT Series Endurance Cup, which I believe is now Intercontinental GT. Yeah, he won a few races in that. One at Silverstone, one at Nürburgring, one at Monza, and one at Paul Ricard. IMSA, he's done that 2014, 15, 16, 17, 2020. But only did the Daytona 24 hours, apart from 2017, where he did 12 hours of Sebring and the 6 hours of Watkins Glen. Best finish in Daytona 24 hours is second in 2015 in the GTD category. 24 hours of Spa, hasn't done brilliantly, unfortunately. Intercontinental GT Challenge. Okay, maybe that's Spa. I don't know. Anyway, he got third in 2016 in the IGC. I don't know. That is only a decent season, to be honest. Bathurst 12 hours he won. He's done some rallying, World Rally Championship. He did the round in New Zealand in 2022, and also the WRC2 that weekend as well. NASCAR, of course, 2 races this season. He did the Cup Series and won in his inaugural race at Chicago, and then was 10th in Indy Road Course. Also the Truck Series in IRP, where he finished 19th in his first ever oval race. That is basically that for SVG. So, yeah, let's put that down, and yeah, let me just have a quick drink, and then Sainz slowing down. He's not doing brilliantly, to be fair. He's got up to 18th, which is faster than Dragovic and Lawson behind him. He goes wide, looking like he's letting by De Vries. Yes, he does. And oh, he's putting offside the track, maybe. Oh no, I think he's just letting more people on the track. What is Sainz doing? Goodness me, that's close. I think he's just letting people by, just to make sure he can get a good enough run for his next lap, maybe. I don't know, Sainz not having the best qualifying so far. There we go, Sainz finally able to get going. SVG, he can basically do anything, to be honest. He is one of the most versatile drivers, and less successful, unlike Roberto Merri, who cannot get anything right, unfortunately. Sainz slows down to get a good run onto the final corner. Let's go on board with Sainz as he goes his next lap. About 6 minutes left to go in this session. He goes into turn 1 very quick. Turn 2 now, the double apex corner, left-hander before turn. Sorry about that. Turn 3, very long corner. You can actually take the first bit flat out. but it's very difficult to. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. Look like. Yeah, there we go. That's this lap ruined because he's into the wall, and that could be his front wing gone. And Sainz is off. Unfortunately for the Spaniard, that could be. I don't see him getting any better of a lap, to be honest. It's a teammate, Charles Leclerc, currently on pole. Where's he? He's going through the first one now. You know what? Let's go on board with him. He's currently on pole. Can he improve on a lap? Of course, since the banning of fuel, well, I say the banning of fuel, fuel has been set to a certain amount, so you have to be on the same amount of fuel as everyone else, and of course, that means that qualifying, people can just keep setting laps. I mean, now on soft, they do have to pit every now and then for a new set of tyres, but yeah, and you also have a limited tyre set, so yeah, that's been the rule all season, but the new fuel rule has come into place Monza, sorry. That came into place at Monza, and definitely helped, because of course Estoril we had the issue, and Aston we had issues as well near the end of the race. So yeah, hopefully that should fix everything, especially if we had qualifying people pulling over every single race with fuel issues. So yeah, of course Monza, it looked like it fixed, and now even here at Moscow as well. Yeah, of course, if you are a fan of over racing Indy, and of course we've got SVG there, talking about him, the first round of the SRS playoffs is beginning next weekend at Charlotte Roval. A bit different layout, potentially, to normal Charlotte Roval in NASCAR. The two chicanes are not going to be there. There's going to be an extra chicane in the infield, but apart from that, it should be a thrilling race. Of course, the only race of the playoffs that isn't single car qualifying. They will be going out all at once. There will be single file at Martinsville at Daytona, which are the other two races of the SRS playoffs. Charles Leclerc stays first for now. Sainz, has he got back out? Let's have a look. Where SVG, is he out on track? Yes, he is. He's currently 10th. Sainz is 18th. He's back out on track. Is he on an in-lap or an out-lap? Out-lap, I believe. Yeah, it'll be an out-lap. So let's watch SVG a bit more, of course. Let's give him some love. The Kiwi, he's done basically anything. As he goes round the final corner of this very short Moscow track. I don't think we've had a race as short as this, under 4 kilometres track-wise since Val de Vienne, the French Grand Prix. Van Gisbergen, where's he going to go? He's going to stay 10th fastest. But maybe he's starting his lap now, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's SVG. How are they going to do? Round the long right-hander. So Van Gisbergen now about to start going through the very tricky sector 2. Very twisty, very windy, but of course it's a challenge that these drivers love, and that's what makes this track so special. I mean, a good drive, it would have been good. It's a bit like arrogant, to be honest, in a way, in my opinion, but it would be nice to go there. But the elevation in that new bit is very aggressive. I've driven around there before, and on the sim, and it is very aggressive. Anyway, Van Gisbergen currently P11 as he goes down towards the final corner of this track. Where is he going to go on his debut qualifying session? Currently P11. Can he do any better in his of course teammate for this race, Alexander Albon, won at Monza. Van Gisbergen's going to go on provisional pole. The Kiwi in his debut F1 race is going to be on provisional pole, and he won in his debut in NASCAR Cup Series at Chicago, and at the moment he's on provisional pole here at Moscow. And you can't win races on Saturday, Blake, you can definitely help to win them on Saturday. And Shane Van Gisbergen, the 91 Williams car, the same number that is Trackhouse, the team that he got his first win in NASCAR in. Can he convert this this pole, into a win in his debut F1 race? We've got about 1:45 to go in this session. Of course, 20-minute qualifying now. Carlos Sainz is another one who hasn't been doing brilliantly. He goes around the tricky sector 2 now. Currently P18, he's got a lot of cars behind him. He's actually on a good lap or not. Let's have a look. Carlos Sainz, he goes on the grass, I think, there. Unfortunately. Let's see. He goes down the back straight now, the very long straight, longest on the track, of course, very short track. as he goes around the final corner. Where's Sainz going to go on this lap? He's going to go P2. Brilliant lap from Sainz. Only behind, I'm assuming, Van Gisbergen. Unless someone else has gone faster. Just about a minute to go on this session. And no one else can start laps, I don't think. You haven't... Oh, no. Wait, no. Ignore me. Basically, anyone in the pits can't set a lap now. I'm assuming that's the case. Well, there's a minute to go, and the lap's around 1 minute 20. Here's SVG now, your current provisional pole sitter. With not long to go now. About 30 seconds left of this race. And now 20 seconds left in the session for people to start laps. Of course they can finish the laps, but I don't see anything else changing. George Russell, championship leader, he's gone in front of Leclerc. Didn't see that happen. But here is the Brit, the championship leader, trying to get his first championship of his F1 career, and the first for Mercedes. Well, Mercedes driver since 2020. Mercedes also leading the constructors, but only by 10 points. After their deficit was cut massively after neither of the drivers scored points at Monza. Of course, Hamilton was 11th and Russell was last in the DNF after being crashing with Joe Guan Yu. I was about to say taken out. It wasn't really taken out, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it was Russell's fault. It's pretty obvious. But oh, there's no front wing left for Liam Lawson. What's happened to him? Let's see. He's got to come into the pits. And then, oh, it's just rear-ended by the Alpine. And oh, Charles Leclerc. Oh, that's a big crash. Going into the pits. What on earth happened there? That is a very strange accident for the Ferrari driver. And all three of them really. Well, to be fair, I don't know. He's gone board with Leclerc. He's currently P4. He goes into the pits and just can't look. Ah, there's a bump there. You can see it. There's a big bump. Go back a second. And there's the bump there. Oh, a big hit into the back of Gasly, and he's got stuck on the grass. It's a very strange crash, but anyway, can we stop that? There we go. Let's go through your grid. Wait, and can we? Is it done? Are we done? Not quite. I'd say give it a couple more seconds, because there still could be people finishing laps. Just like anyone near the end of a lap? I don't know. Maybe Drogovic, he could be able to finish a lap. Currently P20, not the best qualifying for the rookie in his third qualifying session in F1. He's going to finish this lap. Let's see where he goes. That's the tyre from the Alpine. Anyway, Drogovic, he's going to go. He's going to stay P20. So that's qualifying, I'm assuming, over. Did we just make sure? I don't think we're actually live. Anyway, there we go. Drogovic coming into the pits. Oh goodness me. Felipe Drogovic has a massive crash into the tyre wall. He's going to go straight back out. And he's going to stop in pit lane, I think. Yeah, anyway, Drogovic, at least it's okay. He's still going, but massive crash there. Anyway, Drogovic at the back. Very strange crash. Liam Lawson at 19th. Albon in 18th. The reigning race winner, of course, won at Monza. That shot him up to 18th in the championship from, I believe, 20th. Yeah, around there. Anyway, Ocon in 17th, Snowder 16th, Stroll second in the championship in 15th, Magnussen 14th, he's up there near the championship at top as well, Bottas 13th, Magnussen, hang on, we'll have a look at all this in a second. We've got Magnussen 14th, Bottas 13th, Joe, another one up there in the championship standings, 12th, Verstappen is P2, no, yeah, P2 in Assen, shot him up to near the top of the championship. He qualifies 11th. Pierre Gasly, first in Assen, second in Monza, qualifies 10th in, where are we? You know what I'm on about. Anyway, Norris in 9th, must go right by the way, Hulkenberg in 8th, Piastri 7th, De Vries in 6th, Hamilton in 5th, Charles Leclerc 4th, Championship leader George Russell in third, Carlos Sainz in second, and for the first time in his career, in his F1 career, in his first ever F1 race, Shane Van Gisbergen, the Kiwi, who won in his first NASCAR Cup Series start, is going to start on pole for the Russian Grand Prix. We'll be back tomorrow for the race where can Shane Van Gisbergen win on his first start in F1, just like he did in the Cup Series. We'll see you then. Good. Wait, no, we're not going just yet. I want to see what happened to Magnussen. Just caught the end of it. What happened there? I think there's a bump at the pit entrance, to be honest. There's one at Spain, at Barcelona, Catalonia. Of course, F2 and F3 go there. When we were arrogant and... oh, look how much debris there. There's a bump, and people don't know about it. And that is concerning, I've got to admit. Very concerning indeed. Don't do that. What has been involved in anything? Jeez, they've done it. There must be a bump or something. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, so we'll see you tomorrow for the Russian Grand Prix. Goodbye.